What I'm doing here, I'm cooking up some baked macaroni and cheese. I got a thing at work happening tomorrow. We're doing like a little Thanksgiving thing. Oh, let me move my glasses. Sorry. We're doing a little Thanksgiving thing, so I have to. I didn't have to, but I'm making the mac and cheese for the Thanksgiving thing. Let's see if I can kind of set this up a bit. Oh gosh, hope you can see me. This is a bad shirt. This one would do better. I got my Black Panther shirt on. Hey! This is a better, might be better. Okay, let me put this somewhere else. Oh no! I gotta organize a little bit. Okay, I think I'm gonna do one more box. One more box. So I just did the one more box of this stuff. I feel so comfortable. Once I get home and I take my work stuff off, oh. But anyway, I make this video to give glory to God, the Holy Spirit, Jesus Christ. Amen. Hello, sister. Hey, CJ. Hey, sister. Put a little oil in there. This might not be the most flattering shirt, but I'm trying the noodles to make sure they're cooked. But anyway, let's talk about this P. Diddy thing because I just start getting all the details about this stuff. It is really wild. It's so wild. You know what? I don't look too presentable right now. Hold on, let me get a little change. Alright, you guys. That shirt was a little beat up, so I got this one's more clean. But anyway, let's talk about it. So the person that is suing P. Diddy, her name is Cassie. Now this woman, Cassie, I'm bringing out with me because I'm going to my fridge. I gotta get some butter. A little backstory about Cassie. So I think it's I can't talk. In like 20, hold on, clean this. In like 2013, 2014, I could be a little bit off with the timing, but I think that's about right. Around this time, I was still living in New York City, and I lived in Queens, New York. And this was around the time my sister was still married to her husband, that's now her ex. So I was looking for a job at the time, and I wanted to, get something simple, something I could just do to make money, because I was just like really just a broke young person. So he was working at this Jamba Juice in Manhattan, and it's kind of like a fruit smoothie type of place. We would get people that would come in there and they would basically ask for like a smoothie mix, and you could like even put like whey powder or protein powder in it. So a lot of health conscious people liked it, and also a lot of kids liked it because it had other things in there, other things that they had that would be attractive to kids, like peanut butter chocolate type of mix. Hey Lloyd, hey my friend. So one day, when I was working at this Jamba Juice, because my sister's husband kind of put in like a good word for me. One day they put me on like a different duty. So some days I would be in the section where we would be making the drinks. I'm shocked. I thought that he was DL. She did say that he was doing some things with men, so that's still true. So one day they put me on a different station. So basically, at this station, I had to talk to the customers and there was a person that was, it's oven, sorry. One person was like taking orders, and then I would stand next to that person, and I would grab the cup of whatever the order was and write the person's name on it. So one day, this girl comes in there, and I noticed her, and I said, "Wow, this girl is really pretty." And she had like the sides of her hair shaved and stuff. And I was like, when she came up and she put her order in, she asked for like this fruit blend drink or whatever. And I said to her, I was like, "You look just like Cassie. You look just like that singer." And she goes, "I am Cassie." And I'm like, "Oh." I said, "Well, okay, it's nice to meet you or whatever." And all the people that was working with me, they came out, they were like, "Oh my gosh," because I told them, like, "It's Cassie, like Cassie's in here." And they're like, "Oh, let me go take a picture with her." They were like, "Hi Cassie, can I take a picture with you?" You guys, at the time I was so broke. I was so broke. I think I had like a little Obama phone that had like a few minutes, but it was like dead, or and I just didn't they didn't really offer a lot of minutes on there. So yeah, she is stunning. Yeah, she is. Like when I saw her in person, I still remember what she was wearing. She had the sides of her hair shaved. She had no makeup on. She didn't come with no security. She had on like the sports bra and like leggings and like sneakers on, just like very casual. And she had a sweater over it. And they were like, "Oh my God, Cassie's here, Cassie's here." So all the people was coming out. They was taking their little, my phone is up. They was taking their little phone, and they were like, "Can you take a picture of me?" And they would go next to her, take a picture. And I felt so bad because I didn't have a phone, you know. So one of the coworkers was like, "Go ahead, go take a picture with her, and I'll save the picture and I'll send it to you on Facebook." He never ended up sending me the picture, but like I ended up seeing it on his Facebook, and he had pictures posted with her too. And she was super nice, you guys. She was like a very nice, humble person. She was not rude. She didn't have a bunch of security with her. She didn't have a bunch of like entourage with her. But I will say this, like when I met her in like 2013, 2014, what I did notice about her, like when she came up to order her drink, she kind of seemed like just sad. Like I don't know why she was sad. I didn't really know her, but she definitely had a very interesting like she had like a very down type of like presence and like energy. And I don't want to sound like new age, but people do exude energy. You put out what you are. Like if you have a bad aura, you probably have demons. But I'm not trying to say she had demons, but she definitely wasn't like, she just kind of seemed indifferent about everything. She didn't seem very happy or like sad. She just, and you could tell she was like a not like a very super social person either. I felt a little bad when she came in too because I didn't end up asking her for a picture initially, but because my mom, she always told me like my mother has met a lot of celebrities, okay, so she's not phased by stuff like that. So she always said like she never begs people for photos because people is just people. So I didn't beg her for a photo. When she saw that like all my coworkers came out, they was asking for pictures with her. I didn't ask. She asked me. She was like, "Do you want to take a picture with me? Want to take your phone out?" And I was like, "I don't have a phone." And that's when my coworker stepped in and took the picture for me. To this day, I don't have this picture. I should download it off his Facebook, whatever. But you know, it's cool. And you seen it in the picture with him in the past. Yeah, you're right. And it's the same thing. Like I guess I was picking up on because, you know, I mean, in New York, it's common to see people. Like I've seen people from the news, like reporters and stuff, like famous reporters and stuff like that. And my mom has met a lot of people. Like my mom, she's met Whoopi Goldberg, um, the guy from The Matrix. What's his name? What's the guy from The Matrix name? I never remember this man's name. Keanu Reeves. Yes, sorry. She's met Keanu Reeves. She's met Hillary Clinton. She came to. While I was meeting these people too, she came to the college that my mom worked at, and I guess they had something there where they were trying to encourage the students to like follow their goals and stuff, and their basically the degrees of what they came there for. So when Hillary came there, her Secret Service, they're very particular. This was what my mom told me to kind of re her, gave me the story back. But when Hillary Clinton came there, like the Secret Service, they follow the people that like make her food, and they follow them to the kitchen. Like they have to like observe you making the food, because they're like government people in government in high profile positions. They want to make sure like people is not tampering or like poisoning them. So they did have to follow my mother into the kitchen, because I think she asked for like tea or something, and they stood over her while she made the tea, and then they will follow her back to where she was sitting and she took the tea or whatever. And she said like Hillary Clinton was very nice. My mother did not like Whoopi Goldberg. She said she was very rude. She was very standoffish. She just ugh. You could tell she was just like, oh, celebrities. Like she wanted to only kind of mingle with her own famous people. She didn't really like the people, the students. She didn't really want to be touched. She was just very standoffish. But who else? Like, okay, my mom met a bunch of people from those soap shows. Like she was big into like the soap operas and stuff. So she met like the dude that played like what was it, that played Sonny. I guess he had like a mental issue because he started thinking he was the characters or something. She met him. She met God, look, I don't know. She still has the book to this day, because when they came and they did like the signing and stuff, they gave them a book, and the book had like their pictures, so that if you didn't have a photo of the person, then you could just sign it. So she still has the book till this day, and you could see all their signatures from all these shows, like that show Guiding Light or something. And what was it? I didn't always watch Poor Charles. Like I didn't always watch these shows with my mom because I found some of them to be corny. But she met like almost all the people from those shows, like the prominent ones and stuff. But anyway, back to Cassie. Like when I met her and stuff, she was very nice. She was a very humble person. She took pictures with everybody in there, and it was funny. Like I know that she had like maybe one or two songs that was popular, but I knew her because, at the time when she came out, I knew the type of music. I was on that music scene, like urban music and stuff, and I used to love that song she made called "Me and You." The song was, I can't sing, but it was like "Me and you, it's just me and you, it's just us two." So I always remember her from that song because I always thought that song was very catchy, like when I was in a Christian and stuff. And it was funny, like all the people that lived in Manhattan or in those areas, they're very wealthy people, and they live in like very nice high-rise building apartments and condos and stuff. They didn't really know that type of music, so when she came in there, I remember seeing a lot of the white people there because the area is predominantly white in that section, and they were like, "Who is she? Who is she?" And this white guy came up to me. I think he was like a dad or something. He had kids and stuff. He came up to me. He's like, "Who is that?" I said, "Well, she's an R&B singer. She has like she has songs out. And she's P Diddy's girlfriend." I'm like, "Do you know who P Diddy is?" He's like, "Yeah, I know who P Diddy is," but he didn't really know who she was. And like some of the white customers, they came up to her and they took pictures with her too. So that's how I remember her. She was a very sweet person, not cocky at all. Like she was just normal. Sorry, you guys. This is my last pot of the noodles. This is more than enough. This is like, how many is this? Three and a half boxes right here. Jeez, this could feed a village. I had no idea it would be this many noodles. Oops. I guess they're gonna have to try to eat this tomorrow because I'm not bringing this home. There's too much carbs. Anyway, so I was looking up the story about what happened to her with P Diddy, and it's pretty disgusting. Cassie's husband is fine, like his last name. Yeah, that's a very handsome man right there. She picked good. She did well, and as long as he treats her good and respects her, that's all that matters. So, anyway, I'm putting some butter in there. Anyway, so I looked up the story about P Diddy. I just want to give you that backstory, and also just a little side story too. That Jamba Juice that I was working at a couple years ago when I met her, that freaking manager was such a weirdo. Now that we're on the topic of like people taking advantage of you in power. Like the guy that hired me, first of all, he was so weird. When I first got hired, he was staring at my cleavage area. He barely was paying attention to me. And as far as like the questions he asked me for interview, he didn't really care about it. He hired me on the spot. Also, he was like rubbing his hands in the hair of the people that worked there, like the young girls and stuff. And at one point he told me that I reminded him of his wife because of my tattoo. And he said, you look a little bit like my wife. His wife was like this. Okay, this guy was a white guy and he was heavy set, and his name was Dan, and he was kind of like tall. He was heavy set, he was tall, and his wife was black. And she had this big tattoo on her arm here. So when he saw me, he was like, you remind me so much of my wife because my wife has a tattoo on her arm like that. When I met this lady, she was a short, somewhat heavy set, dark skinned black woman. And she did have the tattoo on her arm, and she had her hair like parted down the middle. And I remember she was wearing this white shirt. She came there one time, and I was just thinking, if she only knew how disgusting her husband was. Like the husband was like hitting on all the girls there, the young girls. These girls like 16, 17, 18. And there was a once Hispanic girl that would come there, and he would rub his hands through her hair. She would even flirt with him at times to get more hours. Like it was so cutthroat in there because people was trying to get hours so they could make money. Like I was just hungry, and I was young. I didn't have nothing. I didn't even have no money like that. My mother wasn't giving me money like that. I just needed a job, and I would refuse to like whore myself to like flirt with this guy. He was gross. He was like a pervert. Like he was not attractive at all. Like he was just gross. So I hated working at that Jamba Juice. I don't know if they're open now because that was years ago, but that guy was so disgusting. And I heard from other employees that he was basically like sleeping with some of the girls, the young girls. If that was true, then that's a crime. Anyway, blessings everyone. Hey Susan, how are you? And the twins. Hey Jack, blessings to you too. We're all doing well. I'm putting some breadcrumbs in there. So anyway, that was a side story. So back to Cassie. So when I looked up the details of the case, it is horrific, you guys. Basically, she said that he was trafficking her. She said that he was repeatedly beating her, and I don't just mean like they had an incident or something. Like she said that it was like a consistent thing. Like he would kick her in her face, he spit in her face, he would punch her in the face. He would also he I guess at some point she had left him and went to her own home, like she had another home or something. And he had one of his assistants or people follow her, whoever this person was, follow her, find out where she was. Then he showed up there and forced himself into her home and forced himself on her and basically arred her. Hello, prophetess from Tampa Bay, Florida, USA. Hello, my friend. Hey, John Harris. Hi to everybody in Tampa Bay. Whoever, I'm saying it as if all the Tampa Bay people watch me. Anyway, but basically, she was like living in hell. See, this is the problem with these celebrities. They glorify these lifestyles, and you see them on these red carpets, and you think that these people are just living the life, and you have no idea that the hell that they're enduring to live this lifestyle. Now, as far as what I know about Cassie and her husband that she has now, this man was her personal trainer. So basically, P. Diddy hired this man to help her, stay fit, get in shape and stuff. So she would consistently work out with this guy. So when her and P. Diddy broke up, he quit his job because, of course, if Diddy found out, because he's so possessive, if he found out that she was actually dating the trainer, he would have fired him anyway and probably had his goons beat him up because this dude is crazy as heck. And also, I guess she kind of looked at this guy as like her savior and like a way out, because honestly, the way he was treating her, and like I don't know if this trainer knew about the extent of P. Diddy's lifestyle, because some of these people that work for them, I do know that sometimes, in some cases, they will be somewhat aware of the kind of lifestyle that these people live, but who knows how close the trainer was. But Cassie definitely told him everything that was going on, because this freaking P. Diddy, the stuff he was doing to this woman, there's no way that you wouldn't think that this stuff is so demonic. Like, it's more than just like being a pervert. This dude is straight up demonic. Put some soy milk in there. Like, to spit and beat somebody repeatedly like that all the time. And then she said that he was also like, had her like doped up on drugs. Like, he was giving her ecstasy. He was like also, he was hiring like male prostitutes to do stuff with her, and he would sit there and film it and watch it and then jerk off to it. This is disgusting. This is straight up disgusting. And it's like, I'm looking at all the details of like some of the people like reading the case files, because now it's public, because these celebrities, because a lot of them are public figures, there's not really much they can do to hide a lot of that stuff. And I believe that Cassie actually like released some of the information, the court documents, to the blogs. Cream cheese got my finger. So, you know, if you guys have been somewhat following this story, because honestly, when I hear stuff, when I see little stuff on YouTube about P. Diddy, from time to time I will watch it, because I've been hearing for years for the industry of people exposing him for a homosexual lifestyle. And Cassie, now that she's left him and she's been with this new guy, the trainer, now that she's got married to this guy, P. Diddy wrote a song about Cassie, and he put her name in it and everything. He never denied that the song was about her. And he performed the song and all that. And when he went to the award show, I don't forget what award it was, he was like, I also want to thank Cassie. I love you and stuff like that. I remember I literally saw this with my own eyes when he said that on stage. So the husband, he didn't like that. Of course he wouldn't like it. That's his wife. I think they have 2 kids now. And the husband responded on social media, and he made a post, and he was like, people need to come out the closet and be who they are. And here's a link to this place that will help you, basically some type of foundation or some type of support group that can help homosexuals. I was like, wow, that's crazy. So he was not with it, okay? He was not with it. And people strive to be like them. Why? You see, that's because of the illusion. Hollywood, exactly. The illusion of Hollywood. I wholeheartedly believe that in the time that we're in, God is exposing all these people. This is more than just like a case of celebrity against celebrity. I wholeheartedly believe that God is fed up with the disgusting sodomite culture, the disgusting sex rings and perverseness of Hollywood. So he's going to push people in these last days to expose these industries. We see right now that a lot of these industries are failing, okay? And when I say failing, I mean financially, because without money, none of this is gonna move. All of these writers, all of these like the Actors Guild and all these people, they want to get paid, okay? They want to get paid, and they're gonna start talking. A lot of these people are gonna start talking if they don't start paying them, because in the court documents, she's basically suing him for $30 million, okay? He offered to give her $30 million, exact amount that she asked for, to drop the case. She flat out refused. Now, when I see something like that, that makes me know that this is more than just money. Money is a part of it, but it's more than that. If you're flat out refusing the money that you're asking for in the court filing, the person offers it to you and you're like, oh no. Oh no, not only am I going to get the $30 million, but I'm going to let the whole world know that you're a disgusting, perverse homosexual that was sex trafficking, beating the hell out of you and drugging me. Like, she is gunning for not just his finances, she's gunning for his reputation and his peers. This is bigger than that. It's bigger than money. Because to be honest, I'm pretty sure during her time with P Diddy, she's been able to, probably have some funds. I'm sure he's given her somewhat of a lifestyle where she probably still have some of the money from her time. So plus the guy that she married, he was not just a personal trainer to P Diddy and her. He already had like other celebrity clientele. So that makes me know that this woman doesn't care about that. As far as what I know about Cassie throughout her years, so I'm putting the cheese now. She has really stayed out of the social media limelight. She's not a vulgar person. When I met her, you could tell like from her personality, she's just not like that type of person. So that makes me know that he is the problem. I've never once heard this woman in her music career, in her like none of the time that she's been on the scene with Diddy for a couple of years. I've seen him at multiple red carpets. I've seen multiple interviews of her. She's never once said nothing like this. She's never like exposed people. She's not that type of girl. There's no stories about her that's like salacious and outlandish. Nothing. This is the first time I've ever heard anything like this from her. Again, that makes me know this dude is the issue. So, and the thing is, a couple weeks ago, this was not long ago, it had to be, no, it's been a month. A month ago, P. Diddy came out and he told all of these people that he managed and having these crappy contracts. I don't want to cuss, Lord forgive me. Danity Kane, Mace, all these people, that basically he's going to be signing over their rights back to them. Now, these people have been like battling P. Diddy for years, coming out talking about how he's gotten these crappy contracts. When he did Make It a Band, he took all the rights to these people's music. There are so many artists. Like, it's got to be at least over 40 of them, 40 different artists. P. Diddy has complete ownership over all their musical rights. He's been selling the music rights to commercials, ads for years, taking all the money. Now, Lovely T did a video on it and she did a breakdown on how he even gave some of the music rights over to his kids. Like his kids are just as demonic as he is. Like he has a son named Justin, and I guess he was dating this girl from this show Bad Girls Club. Like I used to watch this show when I was like in the world and stuff years ago when it was on TV. And when he was dating this woman, she came out and she told like these horrific tales of the son that he put the music rights in the name of. He did, I believe he did this to all his kids, but he put most of it, more of the majority in this kid's name. And this guy, this son of him named Justin Combs, this woman from Bad Girls Club said that she got pregnant at one point and he threatened her. He told her, you better get rid of this baby or I'm going to do this and that to you. He beat the hell out of her. He punched the hell out of this woman in her face, abused her days on end, wouldn't let her leave the house that they were living in together, like father, like son. Now, you can even look these stories up. They're on YouTube. I've seen it. I was shocked at how horrific they were. I'm like, damn, like she was like living like this for years. And not only did she say that he forced her into this abortion, but she's gotten pregnant other times and he's done the same thing. At one point, he was trying to convince her this last time, like, you need to abort this baby. And I guess he told his father, like, she's not going for it. And P. Diddy told his son Justin, well, you want me to do this the easy way or the hard way? Either you get her to abort this baby or I'm going to make sure she aborts it. Like, what does that mean? What does that mean? Like, this woman was basically a prisoner, okay? She couldn't leave. He would repeatedly call her, beat her. He would cheat on her multiple times. It was crazy. Now, this woman, like, I've seen her on social media, and you could tell she has deep-rooted mental health issues. And some of that has to stem from this, like, experience that she had with this man. There's no way it hasn't affected her in a way that is, like, the reason of why she acts out like this. It's freaking horrible. Now, so when he was giving these people their musical rights away, giving it back to them recently, a lot of people thought, this is very suspicious. This is really suspicious because this man has had these rights for these people music for over a decade. So why all of a sudden he's giving it back? These people have been literally crying, poo-pooing on the internet. I can't pay my bills. I can't do this. Freaking Chopper from Making a Man, one of the rappers from Making a Man, I think he's in jail now because he started like a sex trafficking ring because dude was not making no money. This is the wrong thing to do, of course. But he was like saying that he wanted to end himself because he was just so depressed. And now he's doing time. All the people from Danity Kane, I believe if they didn't sign any contracts to keep quiet, since this girlfriend came out, I believe that the people from Danity Kane, that girl group, they're gonna come out too because I've been hearing for years that those women that he was having with them and trafficking them as well. Like I've heard that back in the day. And he had like a special hatred for the one named Aubrey, the blonde. And I believe that's because she didn't want to do nothing with him. And she's alluded to that as well recently when he was giving them their rights back. I guess she told him, like, no, I'm not taking the rights back because the contract he put together for the people to receive their rights back, there was like extreme NDAs in there. Like basically it was saying stuff like you can't speak about P. Diddy at all. You can't be slanderous. You can't talk about any past experiences you had with him. And those were the terms of them taking their musical rights back for their royalties and all that. So she was like, heck no. And like he was only giving them a very small portion of a payout. Very, very small. What about all the money he's collected from these people's music all these years? Why hasn't he given them back? So people was like, why is he doing this all of a sudden? And just this was like a month ago. So all of a sudden now it makes sense because people were saying they feel like this is very unlike him because he's very cutthroat and very vicious. So why is he giving them back, like trying to act like he's such a like good Samaritan? Like why? He was doing PR because these celebrities, these type of like lawsuits, sometimes they're months, a year, it can be a year back in like paperwork filing, and they already are aware. Their lawyers are already aware because those things need to be done behind the scenes before we hear about it. Okay? They are already aware that this was coming. So he got ahead of it like a month before and he was like, yeah, P. Diddy, Mr. Love, Mr. Love. And they say rebranding himself as Mr. Love and trying to act like he's spreading peace and love. Dude, get the heck out of here. You're phony, you're demonic, you're gross, you're over sexual, like you're disgusting. You are gross. I gotta try this eventually. So now it's making sense. All of it is making sense now. Because nobody was really believing like P. Diddy. Like, why would he do this? Because he knew it was coming. He's so phony. Abortion is wrong in God's eyes. My soul is hurting for her. I know what you mean. I wouldn't be surprised that he also, P. Diddy also forced Cassie into some abortions, you know, because abortion is very common in Hollywood. She was dating that man for like so many years. There's no way that he did not get this woman pregnant because he's a very salacious person. Dang, I lost my spoon. But anyway, I believe that you're going to start hearing that as well. Stuff like that come out. But more is going to come out. Because all these other celebrities, now they're getting reignited. They're like, oh yeah? You exposing him? Let me expose him too. I'm about to say something. Guys, I'm about to put this mac and cheese in the oven. Wish me luck. Ooh, it's hot! Look how much is in here. Alright, that went smooth. Ooh, it's hot in here though. Jeez. It's only on 350 and it's super hot right here. I think I might put some of this cheese on there too if it needs more cheese. But for now, I'm gonna put it in the fridge with the butter. But yeah, I told you guys a couple months about a vision I had about R. Kelly. Now I will reiterate this vision. I had a vision that there was R. Kelly was in this house, and he was like in the house. He had a bunch of like workers, assistants, or whatever these people were. Okay, and these people knew that R. Kelly was running some type of trafficking ring in his home. I saw him with very young people, even some was kids, and he was violating them. And I heard them screaming. Now this was very sick vision. This was sick. And what I noticed in this vision is that it was a house and it had multiple rooms and there were celebrities in there too, famous people that was involved in R. Kelly's S ring, and they were doing stuff in the other rooms. And I heard this child scream out, this assistant. The child tried to escape, and the assistant like blocked the kid's way, and I was so disgusted. I was so disgusted. I shared that. Sorry guys, I shared that vision on this channel. And when I put the video out, I said that a lot of people are gonna go down with R. Kelly. Not just him, but I feel like other people involved. Now, maybe this vision is more broad. God was showing me something broader than I perceive it, because now this stuff happened with P. Diddy and they said he's trafficking this woman. I believe that there's other women involved. Because he definitely wasn't faithful. He was probably trafficking other women. And this woman, sorry, I need to drive that home. P. Diddy is, this stuff that he was doing is an operation. It just was not him. It couldn't be. It's an operation. And now he's dating that girl from the City Girls, that group. That's a ratchet group, and their music is terrible. Trash. Don't listen to their music. But she came out one day, so disgusting. And she said that I guess she was doing some interview, and she said, I like when Diddy pee on me. I like pee. I like to be peed on. And I was like, what? Why would you even be sharing stuff like that on the internet? What is wrong with people? Even if that was true, why would we need to know that? That's disgusting. So that tells me that you guys are doing some weird stuff there behind the scenes. Because why the heck are you peeing on a woman? What are you into? And she's talking like it's a good thing. Like, you shouldn't even be sharing that type of your life on the internet like that. People have no morals, no self-respect. Why would you tell people that a man is peeing on you? Girl, get a life. Get some self-respect. But no, I remember her saying that like last year or something. Like, was it last year? No, it was this year. It was like the middle of this year, I think. And now that Cassie come out and said that he's been like spitting in her face and beating her, making her do stuff with escorts and filming it and jerking off, I could definitely see him peeing on some people. He's gross. There's been so many stories about like even other celebrities being victimized by him. Freaking Usher. When Usher was first coming out, Usher used to live with P. Diddy. When he was like a teenager, a minor. Actually, he is a minor. And he was doing all the dirty S parties while he was in there. Now, I don't know how Usher got herpes. But do you think maybe it stemmed from that period of all them whores and escorts that he was doing while he was with P. Diddy? Who knows? Now, Usher, as an adult, he's a very salacious, very deviant person. And I bet that has something to do with him living with P. Diddy at that age, living that fast lifestyle. His parents put him with him. It's been Sodom and Gomorrah for a long time, in my opinion. Yes, you guys, some of the stuff I've been hearing over it is Sodom and Gomorrah. Period. Some of the stuff I've been hearing over the years of what's actually happens at P. Diddy parties is sick. It's so sick. And I believe it. I believe it. People said that there was rooms in certain parts of his, like, the venues that he was using, because sometimes he would have them at his homes, his mansions, but there was rooms in there where there was like transgenders, chicks with D's, and Diddy was in there doing it with them. He was in there having S with a man. And there was other celebrities involved in it, and the people had to sign NDAs and all that so that these people wouldn't get exposed in the media. Since this is like a bigger operation and stuff, and there was other male rappers and actors and singers and all, all these, you'll be surprised who know each other in Hollywood. A lot of these people are linked, and more than you think. So some of your favorite actors doesn't have to be black, doesn't have to be who you think they are. Some of these white celebrities, some of these other celebrities, they involved in this. This is not just a hip hop thing. P. Diddy has long reach. He knows a lot of people, and he has a lot of connections. So I can't imagine how many male actors that we see on our screen that he's probably sodomizing, and they're enjoying it because they're gross. You'd be surprised in Hollywood who knows each other. That's one thing I learned. You just don't know who are like connected, who are friends. People you would have never guessed were friends. And they're fully aware that this stuff is going on. Because these people are doing coke, they're doing Molly, they're doing ecstasy. They have literally like an abundance of this stuff available at these parties, at these gatherings, at these Sodom and Gomorrah type places. Excuse me. They're fully aware. Hold on. Maybe I should put more cheese on the top. But anyway, I'm just grossed out by all of it. It's gross. I just hope this woman gets the peace that she needs. Because honestly, sorry. I want to like talk about this part too. She said that when she got with her husband, the trainer, this guy she's married with now, she said P. Diddy had her so doped up on a whole bunch of drugs that when she was pregnant with her first child, she had to go through a detox because she was just so used to taking all these drugs that when she was pregnant and she couldn't do any of this stuff, that it was hard for her. She started detoxing her body while she was pregnant, and she was having withdrawals. That's bad. Like, is that bad? It's that bad? Jeez, I can't imagine what kind of lifestyle she was living. And there was another story that she put in, I guess it's a deposition, but basically she said that when she tried to leave him, that whole story I told you where he barged in her house and arred her. I guess this house, like, he was looking for her, and at some point, I don't know if these people live in the same area or something, but he thought that she was with Kanye West. Like, he thought that Cassie was with Kanye West at his house. So P. Diddy sent people to Kanye's house, and Kanye's house got vandalized and robbed. Like, they broke into this man's home, and she said that he did this like a couple of years ago. I don't know if I heard about this story a couple of years, because this is so common. These celebrities' houses get broken into, but this was stemming from what happened with her and him because she left him. Apparently, they're saying that she wasn't at Kanye West's house. It was a couple streets down, and she was at the rapper Kid Cudi's house, because when she left P. Diddy, she started dating Kid Cudi, and he was enraged about that. He was not about to let that happen. So what happened was, after he had his people vandalize Kanye West's house, they ended up going to Kid Cudi's house a few streets over instead, because they found out she was over there, and he blew the man's car up. And he ignited the Kid Cudi's car and blew it up in the driveway. Well, who does this? This is some sick stuff. This is like some like mental. No wonder why all these years she didn't say anything, because he would probably have her killed. Now, how the heck did his the mother of his other kids died? Because people are now questioning that, because we've always known that P Diddy was like a sexual deviant, but I didn't know that he was like also very violent. Okay. Now, I remember a couple years ago when him and Drake had went to a club together, and because this was like on the news, it was on TMZ and stuff, it was on the tabloids, that him and Drake had a disagreement, and they were in this alleyway next to the club that they were at, and he smacked the hell out of Drake in his face, smacked him across the face like a female. It was crazy. And I remember Drake, there was a photo of Drake, and he was like shocked that this dude smacked him in the face like that. Like there was like you could see them bickering, because at the time there was a video and everything. It was bickering. You could see their mouth moving. And they was pointing fingers. He went bam in Drake's face, and Drake was holding his face like, and he was with his like people and stuff. Both of them was with their entourage. Now, I don't know if you guys could find this photo anymore, because I think Drake's team scrubbed it from the internet because he was so embarrassed. But this picture was, and the video was everywhere that year. I remember it. He smacked the hell out that guy. But anyway, yeah, P. Diddy is violent. He's malicious. He's calculating. He's a narcissist. He's dangerous. He's a rapist. Like, this dude is sick. He needs to go to jail. He needs to be taken off the streets. I've even heard that there was up and coming like male celebrities and stuff, even rappers, that he's like taking advantage of, and told him, I could get you here, but you need to be doing this for me. Gross. Sorry, I'm drinking my soup. But anyway, I think, like I said, you guys, more people gonna come out. It's gonna be like R. Kelly all over again, surviving P. Diddy, surviving Diddy. And the girl he's dating now, she's a stupid as hell, stupid woman. This man is peeing on you. I can't imagine what kind of stuff he got her in. Drugs, all that, weird parties, filming it. She's doing all that in exchange for some money, for a lifestyle. What does it profit a man to gain the whole world and to lose his soul? That man don't respect you. He don't respect you at all. You are a harlot. You're living your life as a harlot. In exchange for your lifestyle, you get peed on, you get beat, embarrassed. What kind of lifestyle is that? I'd rather be broke. Surviving Diddy, 8 p.m. Lifetime, LOL. You know what? I would love for his story to get more exposed and more people come out. But I have to say, Lifetime does the worst movies when it comes to that stuff. They are terrible. That Aaliyah movie was trash. The Whitney Houston movie was trash. The Wendy Williams movie was trash. Gosh. No, the Wendy one was a little bit better. I think because she was more involved. But, man, they are terrible. Lifetime just needs to stick to those crazy movies about women. Like, paranoia and stuff, and the crazy neighbor or something, or the stalker. Not these, like, Hollywood renditions, because, oh, God, they are terrible at this stuff. They try to cut corners so bad. But anyway, pray for this woman. It seems like she's gotten her life together, but she just wants justice, I just can't imagine, because, she's been with that guy for many years. I can't imagine, what it was like to be her, living like that. And they're saying that people in the industry already knew about this. Like, they knew she was getting abused. They knew that she was, like, involved in certain things that Diddy was doing, like, forcefully, and they did nothing to help her. Like, why? Is it because they're afraid of him? Like, this dude's a straight loser, too. Like, he has his alcohol, I guess, what's it called, Ciroc, with this company that manufactures the alcohol. And I guess, 1 year, like, George Clooney had a contract with the same company, and he had put out his alcohol with them, and it blew up. George Clooney, like, sold so much units of this alcohol, and basically he was very successful. like extremely successful. Like it was one of the biggest contracts they had. People was buying it like crazy. So it was just very profitable. P. Diddy came out and in that same year talking about it's racism and they're not promoting his alcohol like that, blah, blah, blah. And the reason why George Clooney did so much better is because it's racism. Maybe it's because you just wicked. How about that? Trying to blame racism on you selling booze. Like, dude, like, this has nothing to do with that. Stop trying to use the black card here, okay? Ain't no damn person care if you PD. They're trying to make money, okay? That's what they're trying to make. That their only goal to make money. Then he gonna try to use the black card when it's convenient. Dude, shut up and sit down. Sit down. You have been eating off the backs of artists for most of your life. Your entire wealth is built off of other people. Are you going to scream racism? Don't ever come out talking about Black Lives Matter because you are the one that's perpetrating being a predator against the black people in your own community. BLM is nothing to you. And he going to talk about racism. Dude, shut up. Shut your mouth. You are a grimy, horrible businessman. And that's why you're not successful. That's why you're scraping at the bottom right now. I mean, your bottom don't look like my bottom, definitely. You definitely got more than me. But you expect God to bless you with your booze business, alcohol business, and also you eating off the backs of other people. You're literally feeding your kids spoons full of food that came off of other people's work, profiting off other people's work and success, while you've given them nothing. While these people are struggling for years, these artists have been begging him for years, please give me my rights, like please give me my royalties. And some of the artists he still hasn't returned it to. He just did some of them. And like he came out with a whole publicity stunt, a whole like campaign, like look at me, I'm a good guy, I'm trying to make things right. Dude, you're a whole phony. So if you knew that this was coming, this lawsuit was coming, you only did this for your reputation. And if it never was happening, you would have never given those people their royalties back. It was never gonna happen. Dude is fake. He's a whole fake. Loser. Loser. Anyway, he's a con artist and a scammer. He is. All he does is backdoor people. I don't know why the heck some of these celebrities are even friends with P. Diddy. He's so grimy. Like, how would you even respect him as a businessman? And why is he always having these parties for? Like, I feel like it's just like I don't want to use this term, but like a dick showing contest. Like, God forgive me, like it's like, it's swinging your D in a room, trying to find out who has the biggest D. Like, it's something about his parties and the way he presents himself. Like, it just comes off as very much boastful, gaudy, narcissistic. Look at me, you know. He's just a loser. Anyway, you guys, I've been on way too long. I am tired. It is late over here. May the Lord bless you. May he shine his light upon you. May the God of the Bible give you peace, not only today, but forever and ever. And those who believe say amen. Amen, you guys. If I hear more things about this story, I'll come back and talk with you guys more. But I'm going to get some rest, finish this mac and cheese, and call it a night. Y'all stay blessed in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. Bye, y'all.